Hello, my name is Meiju. I'm a knitwear designer from Helsinki, Finland. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm making tutorials and sometimes also podcast videos, and I create knitting patterns. You can find them on Ravelry, on my Payhip store, and on lovecrafts.com. You can find all the links below this video, and in my every video I will always put my links, important links, under the description box below the video. If you are visiting regularly, I'm sorry that I haven't made any videos lately. I did one video in October, if I recall it right. It was, at least I did a Finnish video. I can't remember, sorry. Life has been really busy. I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying my new house. I'm enjoying my new puppy. If you have watched my Instagram, you have seen pictures of my puppy. She's sleeping at the moment under my table, on my feet. So if she wakes up, I will show you it too in this video. In this video I was going to talk about my latest releases, about the All Yellow Cardigan that is here behind, and actually there is another design over the All Yellow Cardigan. It's a side step cardigan. So every time I stand up and get something, my puppy wakes up and follows me. So right now, as she is in sleep, I don't want to wake her up, so I'm not getting that All Yellow Cardigan from there because I'm stuck here. But I would very much like to show it to you, and now that I'm looking, I think I have put my Point Shawl to my wardrobe already, but if I could show it also to you in this video, but and talk about a little bit about that. And then I'm also going to talk about the Happy Dog sweater that I luckily have here, and about the construction of the Happy Dog sweater. So because I actually got some questions about the construction, and some testers were commenting that this isn't the easiest pattern. If you are a beginner, I'm watching outside because it's heavily snowing and it wasn't supposed to snow today. Yeah, it's like really heavy snowing. So anyway, where was I? About the construction of the sweater, I'm going to walk you through the construction in these videos, because some test knitters commented that this isn't the easiest pattern for beginner knitters, and some experienced knitters also were like wondering what is happening. But you have to trust the pattern, just literally make or knit what the pattern says, so there is no worries. And after you have passed, it starts from here, and you have passed this point, I'm sure you are already understanding what is happening in this sweater. And also, because of the test knitters' feedback, I also included a really thorough knitting schematic in the pattern. So I took a flat photograph of this and wrote over the photograph of what is happening in each section. So you can combine the written pattern with the schematic, so it's now easier than for the test knitters. And because all the shaping that is happening in this sweater, it's quite modifiable for different shaped dogs and different sizes of dogs. So I've also written some modifications instructions in the pattern. So it's if you a little bit figure out what is happening there, it's quite modifiable for different shaped dogs. Basically, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit because I think it's going too much upwards. Okay, now, so the sweater is knit in the round mostly, and during the short rows you knit flat because you are turning the work, even though it's a round piece. That's flat knitting since you are working on right side and wrong side. So it's basically knitting flat even though it's a round piece. And in one point, which I'm going to tell you soon, it's going to be a flat piece and you are actually knitting flat, but I will talk about that later. So the sweater starts from here, from the neckline. You will cast down stitches, the number of stitches that for the size that you have chosen here for the neckline, and you are joining your cast on in the round. Then you are just working this neckline. You can fold it or you can keep it like this. As my puppy has grown, now that I have another size here, she's already so big that I'm keeping this neckline unfolded. But when she was a little, I folded the neckline. I'm also going to show you the next size sweater that I have worked because she has grown so much during this 2 months that she has been with me. Okay, then you will work the colorwork yoke, and there are two options or two starting points for the colorwork yoke. Not options, but it depends on your size. So for the smallest size, the yoke is the colorwork is smaller, and for the larger sizes, it's larger. So the sweater will be slightly different in colors in the smallest size compared to the largest size, because you are starting with different color in different sizes. So if you are looking at the projects on Ravelry, you may wonder that, so that's because of the grading and sizing. Okay, then after the color work is done, you will work a few more centimeters to reach the point where the front legs start, or where you need to make a hole for the front legs. So basically what happens, you will separate two sets of stitches. You will separate the belly stitches that you leave to wait on your circular needle. They can just lie there and wait while you are working these. Basically this is a wedge on both sides for the shoulder and for the front leg opening. So you are going back and forth, growing this piece, the number that the pattern says. And you can actually, in some sizes, there is room to make one more short row more, but it's not necessary. And then after you have worked one size, you just continue here. And now I should probably turn it like this since you're knitting. and then you're just going there and then doing the same back and forth on the other side, and just follow the pattern, trust the pattern. That's my advice. And once you have done this, you will leave those stitches to wait, so you are at this point, reach this point, you leave those stitches to wait, and then you knit the belly flap, and this will be knit as flat, as a flat piece. So you just knit this back and forth. Then when you have reached the length needed, and the belly flap can be 1 centimeter or half an inch longer than the wedge that you have here, this length. You can kind of make it longer here, and then you will join everything again in the round, and you just continue the body in the round. This is a puppy size, at least for my puppy. This is size 2, so there is this a number of length that you should choose, but you can also choose smaller for a male dog, or longer for a female dog. So there are 2 measurements in this pattern for this measurement, and then you can also pick something else that you might like. It's also possible. Then there are again short rows to shape this curve, since the back legs are coming. I could put it like this, since you need to make room for the back legs, and then the back piece is worked flat, and then the ribbing for the back piece, and again, and the stitches for the belly and sides are picked up from the sides and from the belly, and also the sides are shaped in short rows, just to give more warmth for the dog's back legs, or behind. I don't know the English terms for the big back legs that they have. So that's, or I think I have it in the pattern, but but I can't remember it now. So that's because the short row shaping is also done here. And then one tip that I also wrote in the pattern: if you have a dog that has like Whippet or some other breed that it has really skinny belly near the back legs, so you can decrease some stitches here. And I know at least one test knitter, she began with size 4 and ended up with size 1. So you can decrease here at the belly point as many stitches as you need to get a more skinnier belly here. It's also possible, and I have also written that modification suggestion in the pattern, so you can remember where to decrease, and you can choose also size 1 at the end. And then you can also modify the back lengths. You can always knit this longer if you want. So it sounds a bit complicated, but if you just not think too much while knitting and follow the pattern, and then when you start to realize where you are, like here, you can then kind of figure out what is happening. And also there is this, if you look at the patterns knitting semantic, that will help. Okay, that was it. And if you have any questions, you can leave also them below this video, so I can help you with that. Okay, then I will show you another Happy Dog sweater. This is the second one that I did, and this is size 3, so this is relatively larger already. And as you can see, I ran out of yarn in the middle of the belly, so I had to make something there, or I thought that I need to make some fun effect there for just for fun, because it would have been too dull if I had just changed the yarn for another color. So here it is. I made these little I don't know what these are in English, and I don't even know what they are in Finnish. They are like twisted yarn, and I made those while knitting, and while knitting that I actually made a new idea of a dog sweater that I'm going to knit next year. So maybe I do something like this for the next year's dog sweater. That was the Happy Dog sweater, and then my dog is sleeping, but I'm still daring myself to get the Point Shawl for you, and probably the All Yellow sweater. Just a minute. So I'm starting with the Point Shawl, because I'm not going to talk about much about the All Yellow sweater, since there is a huge, large, a long video tutorial about the All Yellow sweater, so you can watch that tutorial. It's all about the button band, making a perfect ribbed button band, and also knitting the buttons on, so that's quite long, so not otherwise it's a simple raglan sleeved cardigan, so not too much about that. But a few words about the Point Shawl. Okay, I'm so close to the camera, so even though it's really small shawl, it seems that it doesn't fit in all in the picture, but yeah, this is the Point Shawl. It's made of cotton or organic wool. It's British breeds with British organic wool. I purchased the yarn when I was visiting Jyväskylä Knit Festival last summer, and it was really enjoyable to knit. And I purchased 2 skeins. The yarn is really soft, very lovely to knit, and I have had this idea of this shawl forever, but I haven't knit that much shawls in past 2 years, even though I made some of them in my book. But yeah, I think I should make more shawl patterns, because they are so quick knits and lovely to make. So basically the shawl starts from here. At this end it's biased triangle shawl, so you are increasing always here, and the edging is really finished, polished edging. It starts from here, then you increase, then you are making these wedges that are decreased always from here. This pattern uses some intarsia technique that I also made a tutorial on this, so you can find also tutorials for this on my YouTube channel if you look a few videos back. So it's from behind, it's really easy. You can see that I have weaved ends here, but it's it looks polished from the wrong side too. And then there is this drop stitch pattern or tuck stitch pattern. I'm dropping stitches and knitting them below. It's really fun to knit, even though it sounds scary. It's much easier than you think, and fun to knit. That's Growth Point Shawl. Uses two different colors, and you can find the pattern on Ravelry and also on my Payhip store. I'm currently putting it also on Love Crafts. It just takes some time since I haven't had time to do that. Sorry, I just needed to check something. Yeah, and then there is this All Yellow Cardigan. It's basic raglan cardigan. You always need this. And if you want to know how I knit the buttons while I do the button band, so that I don't have to sew them on later, watch the tutorial. These buttons are knit here, and even though Nipsu has almost eaten my buttons, I can't wear any cardigans now which have buttons because Nipsu eats them while she's on my side on the sofa or on our couch. They are still staying there, holding their places. So basic raglan cardigan. Then about a few words about my life currently. It's busy, it's fun, I'm enjoying life. But as I now have my own house, although we had a house in our marriage, but I now have my own house. It's really expensive to live by self in a house, and this is like the heating is electricity, which is expensive here in Finland in winters. I also have a fireplace which helps with the electricity bill, and then I have this air conditioning warmer which kind of helps a little here at the upstairs, but not that much downstairs. So I'm just producing patterns and hoping that someone will buy them, and I'm happy that my book went so well. But at the moment, as I'm paying my electricity bills myself and my kids are using all the hot water, which is really expensive to warm up with the electricity, I'm just pleading that please buy my patterns, buy more of my patterns, because I want to buy my electricity bills. At least in winter, electricity can be really expensive, and I'm buying my electricity from the stock market price, which sometimes is really expensive. We had this one day when the 1 kilowatt per hour cost €2.35, and I calculated that my electricity bill for that day was €93, which is quite a lot if it would have lasted for a week or longer. Hopefully, luckily it didn't. It was only that one day. But yeah, it's really expensive to live in this house, which I knew when I purchased this house, and yeah, I knew that. But then again, I have had some issues with the house. For example, my sauna broke, so I had to call an electricity guy to fix that, which was really expensive. Then I also renovated my kitchen. That was really expensive. So yeah, I have costs, but of course I knew that everything is expensive now. So, but anyway, please buy my patterns that I can pay all my bills. And yeah, one more thing that I forgot to say. I need to get that magazine, because I want to say a few words about my day job, because I have a day job nowadays, and it's in this media company All Yellow here in Finland, and my main job is to do these magazines that are also out in English. Yay! So these are luxury magazine. Each one is including 124 pages, and you can purchase the magazine from Finnish design shop. I could put the links below this video also. So they deliver worldwide, and this was the first magazine, and this is the second magazine. I wasn't in the house when the first magazine was done, but I was in the house when the second magazine was done. And but I managed the translation of this magazine with the professional translator, which I'm not, but this is professionally translated in knitting language, in English. So if you're interested about these magazines, go to the Finnish Design Shop webpage. They have more info about these magazines, and you can also purchase the magazine from there with worldwide delivery. No e-versions of these magazines are available. Sorry about that, but we are currently figuring out, or trying to find solutions for e-magazines also with these magazines, so we could deliver them more easily worldwide. Yeah, what I'm currently knitting, it's not a secret, but I have already started some summer knitting. Then I have my Bedison sweater that will come out on February. I will put a VIP photo here because the sweater is now downstairs. No, it's not, it's here. Oh yeah, I could show you it. So this will come out. I've already started one sleeve. The body is finished, and it's circular color yoke sweater I'm really happy about how the motif turned out to be. I'm so happy about it. It's perfect, I think. And yeah, the pattern will be live at some point in February, so it will be live then. I'm hoping to find time to make a video then, hopefully. Yeah. Then yeah, I was thinking that where my time goes. So basically, I have a day job, full-time day job, and then I'm doing my own knitting patterns whenever I have energy and time. Kids are with me 50% of their time, or sometimes even more, because their father is traveling for work. Or sometimes traveling for work. So that's why I feel like my time. Then there is Nipsu, who at the moment needs so much caretaking or company, at least in the evenings when there is my own knitting time. So I feel that I don't have time to knit that much that I would like to knit, or design that much that I would like to knit. But then again, and I also want to do things that are important to me, like exercising, skiing. I don't stay healthy. My neck is I will have neck pain and back pain if I don't ski. I dance salsa, which is like the happiest place in my life when I go to my salsa lessons. And so I want to do also other things than knitting, because they keep me healthy and my body in good condition. Because if I don't dance salsa, my neck is like so stiff and don't move at all. And I actually had, in the beginning of January, I had a little back incident. My lower back pain started again, and I need to see a doctor for that. And okay, the battery went dead, so I don't remember what I was talking about. Maybe about where my time flies. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. My time goes somewhere, my time flies, and I don't have enough time to do whatever I want to do. And then again, I want to do so much in life. So knitting is only one thing in my life, or one thing that I like to do, but it's not all. So that's why I don't have sometimes enough time to do what I want to do. But anyway, I'm going to add some footage in the end of this video, and probably also at the beginning, that you have already seen that, because now we are at the end of my podcast. So I'm going to add some clips what I have been doing. I also renovated my kitchen, so I will put some footage of that, since I like the way how it turned out to be. And it was the house is quite old, so the kitchen was the one thing. Everything else here is renovated except the kitchen, so I needed to do that at some point. And I had to change everything in my kitchen. But I love how it turned out to be, and I'm really happy about the result, and it's now functional. It's really good. So I will try if I find the clips that I took and that I already put to social media. I will put them here too. Thank you for watching. I need to stop now and start editing this video at some point. Happy knitting, buy my patterns, and see you next time. Bye.